Open your fridge right now. A can of soda, some yogurt, leftover pizza, and maybe some fruit. Flown in from the other side of the planet. But to your ancestors, none of this is food. So what did they actually eat? The answer would horrify most people alive today. Scientists have found proof in caves around the world, proof that changes everything we thought we knew about our own species. But to understand it, we have to go back to the beginning, roughly 3 million years ago. Your earliest ancestors were not hunters, they were scavengers. When a lion killed an antelope on the African savanna, it ate the best parts first: the muscle, the liver, the heart. Then the hyenas came in for the rest, and they crunched through the ribs, the skin, and the smaller bones. By the time our ancestors got there, what was left was scraps. Thick leg bones, bones too thick even for hyena jaws to break. And this is what our ancestors ate. Their signature meal was bone marrow. Early humans would creep up to a stripped carcass and crack open the bones with a sharp stone tool. They grabbed the thickest leg bones and smashed them open with stone flakes called Oldowan tools. Inside was marrow, gray, slick, dripping fat. They scooped it out with their fingers and ate it raw. For our ancestors, this was a feast. No other animal could get at it. The marrow was sealed inside thick thigh bones, and we had the one thing no other scavenger. 2. A cracked skull holds almost a pound of solid fat, and fat is the most calorie-dense food in the animal. For an ancestor living on scraps, a skull was a jackpot. This is why your body still treats fat like treasure. It still remembers. We also ate insects. Termites, grubs, beetles. Fat white larvae the size of your thumb. They crunched like shrimp. For your deep ancestors, insects were not a last resort. They were dinner. This was life for over 1 million years, day after day, generation after generation. But what came later is worse than. You can imagine. First, fire. The oldest human fire we have ever found is inside Wonderwork Cave, off in South Africa. It is about 1 million years old. Once we had fire, we had cooking. Meat roasted over coals, roots buried in hot ashes, marrow bones dropped in the embers. Cooking is pre-digestion. Raw meat and raw plants force your gut to do hours of chemical work. Tough to break them down. Cooked food is already partly broken apart. Your body spends less energy digesting it and pulls more calories out of every bite. And scientists believe that as our ancestors started cooking, their guts shrank. That freed up huge amounts of energy, and it all went for 10 to one place, the brain. It is only 2% of your body weight, but uses 20%. You cannot run that machine on raw leaves and termites. You need cooked, fat-rich food. Cooking gave us our brains, and our brains gave us everything else. That's when the menu exploded. By 300,000 years ago, your ancestors looked much like you do today, and they were eating almost everything they could catch, dig up, or reach. Mammoth, bison, wild horse, and reindeer on the plains. Fish and shellfish from the rivers and coasts. Roots, wild grains. Berries, nuts, and mushrooms from the land itself. Eggs stolen from nests, and honey, especially honey. The Hadza, a hunter-gatherer tribe in Tanzania, still eat the way humans ate before farming existed. About 15% of their calories come from wild honey. They climb dangerous trees, get stung hundreds of times, and keep going back because nothing else in the wild packs that many calories into one bite. And here's what's strange. That exact same craving is still alive in you today. Sugar. Your brain is wired for it because for hundreds of thousands of years, sugar gave your body two things at once: instant energy to use right now and extra fuel. Your body stored as fat. That fat was the only thing that kept you alive when the food ran out. A dripping honeycomb was the richest meal most of your ancestors ever laid eyes on. This is the program running inside you right now. Your body cannot tell the difference between honey in a tree and a donut. Modern food took that ancient signal and turned. Almost every packaged food on these shelves, the soda, the candy, the cereal, sauces, even most bread, was once The truth is, Earth is sugar wearing a different costume. That is why you cannot stop eating it. Your body craves the natural. Body is still trying to store fat for the next time food runs out. But sugar was a good source of food. So what else did your ancestors learn from the dangers around them? Fit to crave? Meat. A single mammoth carcass could feed a tribe for weeks. One big kill, and saved hundreds of hours that would otherwise have been spent picking berries and digging roots. That saved time became time to raise children, teach skills, make better tools, tell stories around fires. This is why your body still craves protein. Every craving you have today was shaped by centuries of evolution. What kept them alive? But there was one craving we still have trouble admitting: each other. In a cave in England called Gouf's Cave, researchers found human bones from about 14,700 years ago. And the bones told a story no one wanted to read. The skulls had been meticulously cleaned with stone tools. The face and the base had been carefully removed. What was left was the top of the skull, shaped, rim by rim, into a cup. The long bones had been cracked open the same way your earliest ancestors cracked open antelope